Hello, everybody. I believe we are officially live. Uh, yeah, we're live. We're live now. Um, but yeah, Linebot, how's it going, man? Hopefully, the stream this time is much better than yesterday's. And a quick update. Well, my PlayStation 4 is still, I guess, technically broken. My 360, my 360 is currently working now. I was able to disk drive my dad to get a capture. Not only will I be able to start streaming from the PS3, but also my 360. So yeah, and welcome to anyone that may or may not be new in the stream. Hopefully, it is not buffering like Linebot says. Yeah. So WrestleMania 36 concluded. I'm going to go through all of the card starting pretty much right now. So on the pre-show, Liv Morgan ended up defeating Natalya. I could see this coming from about a mile away. So, yeah. Pretty much, I didn't even watch the pre-show, honestly, so I didn't even know what they did on the pre-show. But yeah. Liv Morgan beating Natalya, this is just another step in them pushing her as hard as they are. I'm glad not as hard. She's not like women's champion, but they're going to start pushing her more and more, I think. And speaking of pushing, they pushed Rhea Ripley off of a cliff tonight. Not literally, though it might as well, but it would have been better than Charlotte Flair making Rhea Ripley tap out in an incredibly boring NXT Women's Title match. I don't know why they had Charlotte win, personally. I'm a big fan of Rhea Ripley. I've seen a lot of her in NXT. She's great women's wrestler, and I think she's going to do wonders on the main roster. It almost makes me think that once this current situation is done and over with, that they are going to have Rhea Ripley on the main roster, probably challenging, I would assume, over on Raw for now. Actually, maybe SmackDown, because SmackDown doesn't have many worthy contenders to Bayley aside from Sasha Banks. Yeah, Charlotte beating Rhea Ripley. Like I said, it was an incredibly boring match. I watched a good majority of it. There was a little bit in there where I wasn't watching because I was actually getting my 360 hooked up. But yeah, Charlotte beating Rhea. Rhea needed the win here. Charlotte did not need a win. I understand they want to push Charlotte because she's Ric Flair's daughter, and that's the only reason they're actually pushing her. But yeah, I am not a big fan of this, and hopefully this marks something better for Rhea in the future. Maybe she's the one that finally dethrones Becky Lynch as women's champion. We can only hope. Next up was one of the feuds I actually did not watch. It was Aleister Black beating Bobby Lashley, who had at ringside. You knew Aleister had to win this. They're pushing Aleister. You may think I'm weird, but I'm watching full. Oh, it's back to. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a bunch of. Yeah, there we go. Linebot, that's pretty awesome that you like watching those IRL flight things. But yeah, I see my stream is either really buffering or you've somehow sent all those messages at once. I'm actually going to aim the camera slightly downwards. There you go. Thank you. But yeah, next up, Aleister beating Lashley. I think I saw the finish. Hit him with the roly kicky thingy. And yeah, Aleister, I saw some of his earlier work in NXT when he was NXT champion. I think he's world champion one day. Coming up next, one of the matches I'm actually really excited for on the card. Otis beating Dolph Ziggler with Sonya Deville. It's because you're lagging. Yeah, it is a great finisher. Aleister's a roly kick thingy. I forget the name of it. I'm actually going to open his Wikipedia right now and see the name of his finish. But yeah, Otis ended up beating Dolph Ziggler. Mandy got involved. Mandy Rose got involved. I believe she also took out Sonya Deville. But yeah, if I can find out where his finisher is, that would be amazing. But I do not. No, I cannot actually. Yeah, the roll thingy, kicky thingy, exactly. But Otis defeating Dolph, like I said, God and Rose. I think got involved. I believe took out Sonya Deville and then ended up headbutting Ziggler in the balls, which allowed us to hit the. Why can't I not remember people's finishers tonight? The caterpillar. I think that's actually what he calls it, the caterpillar. Ended up hitting that and got the win. So very happy for Otis, my boy. Big fan of Otis. Glad he picked up the win. Next up, a match that went way too long. Did not need to go this long. Ended up being the longest entire match on the card. For some reason, Taker and Styles from last night was cut down from 34 minutes to 19. I don't get why, though. I'm going to refresh the page. Black Mass. Thank you, Linebot. Black Mass is what Aleister Black's finisher is. Thank you. And the times have not been updated just yet. So Taker. Oh, no, there we go again. Yeah, it's listed back at 35 minutes. So, yeah. Edge and Randy Orton in the Last Man Standing match went at least, I would argue, 15 minutes too long. There was portions of this match where I stopped watching because of how boring it was. Keep in mind, this is someone who freaked out when Edge came back to the Royal Rumble and was very excited. Oh, I don't even watch WWE. Well, thank you, Linebot. I appreciate it. But yeah, I thought when Edge came back at the Rumble, I was going insane. And then when I saw I was going to be working with Orton, I was very excited because I know those two really are pretty good friends. And it was a last man standing match. I was like, okay, so Edge isn't really going to get a good victory at Mania. And he really kind of didn't. Like I said, there were certain portions of this match that were just incredibly boring. A lot of their stuff when they went backstage. The match, I liked the opening of the match. Edge and then Orton's theme hit. Didn't come out for a minute, which Edge is kind of stupid to not realize, oh shit, he's not out here yet. All right, where is he from behind or something? But Orton was dressed as a cameraman, which was pretty cool. Really weird they didn't show him beforehand, like in some way, like just panning around and it's like, oh, okay, that's Orton, and you only realize that after he comes out, but whatever. But yeah, so Orton, the cameraman, he came out. Who Styles? Oh, AJ Styles. He faced Taker last night on Night 1 of Mania, or Part 1, as for some reason Wikipedia has it written. But Orton out, immediately hits Edge with an RKO. Referee, for some reason, instead of straight up ringing the bell, no holds barred, asked Edge if he's able to compete. Obviously, he is. Orton hits another RKO. And then from there, it was just kind of all over the place. There was weapons involved. Orton apparently got his back open. He's watching 2016. Then you stopped like right before Styles came in. He was one of the guys from TNA, Impact Wrestling as it's known now. And he came over WWE in 2016. Been the world champion a few times. Really damn good wrestler. And really worked well with Taker last night. But Edge ended up getting the victory. Orton went for a concerto. Orton went for the concerto. The Soul Man concerto. Very surprisingly, by the way, no Christian and no Beth Phoenix interfering in this match. Yeah, exactly. Take out, chill W. But Orton went for the Soul Man concerto. Like I said, very surprised. No Christian and no Beth Phoenix or no Beth Phoenix. But Edge ended up countering with a spear. Orton gets up, another spear, and that's it. I thought this could have gone to a draw. When Edge hit that first spear and they were both down, I thought that draw, I would have liked it. It is an RKO. RKO, that is what Orton's... Well, he's going for the concerto just because that's what Edge and Christian used to do all the time. But Orton with the like I said, he went for the concerto. Edge hit him with a spear. I thought for some reason that would have been a draw. It would have been, since there was no fans, just okay, we'll give this a draw. We'll have the actual conclusion of the feud some other time in an arena where Edge can get a win and big applause from the crowd. But Edge ended up winning tonight, along with the rest of the card. Very awkward hearing the bell ringing and the celebrations and no fans in the arena at all. I would have liked what New Legacy Inc. ended up doing. If you guys don't know who New Legacy Inc. Please go check them out. Please go check them out. They're on Twitch. They're on YouTube. They're great, hilarious wrestling YouTubers. I was watching a lot of their commentary for the night. Somehow perfectly synced up pretty much for the most part. But they ended up piping in fake crowd noises for the first few matches, and it was hilarious. They should actually end up having their Mania commentary from last night on their channel already, as I saw. I got to watch that. And night 2 should be up either tonight or tomorrow morning, I would assume. So please go check them out. That's a great plug for them. Next up, a match I just skipped: Street Profits beating Angel, Garza, and Austin Theory. Andre is supposed to be, I cannot say his name. Andrade Cien Almas is supposed to be in this match. Sick with Corona or something. Got taken out. I didn't bother with this match. It was going to be piss poor anyways. Next up, another match I really didn't bother with just because I knew it was going to be bad because it's a current women's match. Bayley beat Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina in a fatal 5-way elimination match. It was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Tamina got taken out. Sasha got taken out. Naomi, don't even know why she's still with WWE. She's overrated, just like someone who interfered in the Street Profits match, Bianca Belair. Don't get why they're so highly thought of. Same with Charlotte Flair, highly overrated. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Linebot. I appreciate you sticking around. Appreciate the support, man. But yeah, Bayley ended up retaining. Sasha came back to help Bayley defeat Lacey in the end. No disqualifications because it is a more than 2-person match. It's a fatal 5-way, like I said. This is easily just a build up to Sasha and Bayley probably at SummerSlam, if there even is a SummerSlam at this point. Next up was, I'm going to discuss this last because this should have been the main event. The final match of the night, before I get to the best match of the night. Is Seth Rollins still a guy? Yeah, Seth Rollins is still a guy in WWE. He competed last night. Ended up getting beat by Kevin Owens. So, yeah. The final match of the night, which should have gone second to last. There was no way they were going to top the Firefly Funhouse match, which we will get to, like I said. Drew McIntyre ended up beating Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. It was a meh match. There's no way you're going to follow up the Firefly Funhouse match. Drew McIntyre finally won the WWE Championship. He finally has won another piece of gold in the WWE since holding the Intercontinental title back in, I want to say it was 2009, and I don't think he's holding another one in his thus far 2 ventures in WWE, aside from the Intercontinental, now WWE Championship. Congrats to you, Drew McIntyre. And now what should have been the main event, what I'm going to talk about last as if it were the main event, the Firefly Funhouse match between the Fiend Bray Wyatt and John Cena. This was chaos. This was madness. It started out, John Cena went to the ring, and people were pissed. That was a New Legacy stream. What about Miz is still in the WWE. He was supposed to compete last night, but he ended up getting sick at the tapings and off the card. But people pissed in the New Legacy stream when Cena's music. I actually really don't mind John Cena. I'm a big fan of John Cena at this point, honestly. But Cena's music, people were mad because they thought it was going to be in like what the Boneyard match was, taking place in a specific location. But Cena started to come out, and then it went all wavy, and he got teleported into the actual Firefly, the Fire Funhouse set that Bray Wyatt uses, which was really hilarious seeing how bad it looked. He got teleported there. And then Bray Wyatt on the monitor basically said to Cena that it's time he faces his worst nightmare himself. And then proceeds to take John Cena back to his debut, which is what the thumbnail was, where he went back to the prototype John Cena, took him back to his rap battle against Kurt Angle, had a rap battle against Cena, against Wyatt in return. They went to WCW, where John Cena was Hollywood Hogan and Bray Wyatt was Eric Bischoff. And then they end the match with the main, they went to Mania 30 before WCW. They went to John Cena and Bray Wyatt's first match at WrestleMania, where of course the infamous, the chair, not the infamous, but the Cena has there, Wyatt's on his knees with his arms open, and Cena ends up going to hit, I think it was Eric Rowan on the apron, and this time gives a swing at Wyatt, and then Wyatt disappears. They go to the WCW Nitro set, which was just absolutely insane. Like I said, Eric Bischoff was played by Bray Wyatt at this point, and Cena turned into Hollywood Hogan. Saturday night's main event as well, where Cena was Hogan and Wyatt was Hogan, I think, or Rowdy Piper or something. They did something there which was really cool, and they end the match sort of in the WCW set. They transform from two sweeting each other. Cena attacks Bray Wyatt until he's a little stuffed animal or stuffed doll or whatever, and all of a sudden it's the Fiend right behind Cena. That was actually going to be the thumbnail I used. I think it was for like a second. But Fiend attacks Cena, hits him with a few moves. Who's the Fiend? The Fiend is Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is a cult member. Used to be the Wyatt family leader. He had his minions, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, and also had Braun Strowman later on, who I believe, won the WWE the Universal title from Goldberg last night. And basically, he was a cult leader. Is Braun Strowman a guy still? Yes, Braun Strowman is still there. But the Fiend with Bray Wyatt, I should know you know Bray Wyatt. You stopped watching. Yeah, the Wyatt family was awesome. The Wyatt family was great. But Wyatt lost a lot of matches. Ended up taking, I want to say, close to a year off, actually, and then came back as the fun, upbeat Firefly Funhouse leader, and then slowly started to turn it more into the sinister Fiend character. Let's go. I enjoyed him. Yeah, he did. He definitely deserved it. He definitely deserved the win, at least in my opinion. But would slowly transform into this Fiend character. Won WWE Universal Championship, lost to Goldberg last month in Saudi Arabia. That was actually something I was going to come up here and rant about, but I was like, nah. Yeah, sure, probably go viral, but nah. But yeah, and end of the match there, Cena disappeared. Wyatt disappeared. Cena is dead. John Cena died tonight. Should have been the main event, I would argue. That's the only bad thing about this match, is that it did not main event. This thing, honestly, I'm sure it went on for 20, 25 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes. Honestly, this thing could have gone on for an hour to 2 hours. It easily could have gone on for an hour or two, and it would have felt like 5 minutes. It would have been the greatest thing ever. How long was it? It felt... Wikipedia is listing it as 13 minutes flat, but it honestly, I'm sure it was 20, 25 minutes, because there's no way they fit all that they did into 13 minutes, I don't think. It seemed like... I'll see if you can find it on YouTube, that'd be great. I don't know if you can find it just yet, or if you'll have to wait a little bit. But, yeah, I agree. Give the Fiend it back. I don't think he'll necessarily win the title for a little while. I think he will get it back. But, like I said, Wikipedia lists it as 13 minutes. It felt like 5. It was actually 13, or they're cutting it down to when a certain point happened, and they're leaving out a little bit of it. But it was a great match. Should have ended the show. And, honestly, my thoughts of Mania, now that that's done, my overall thoughts of Mania, it was great. I'm basing it, of course, off the the Boneyard match, the Firefly Funhouse match, and the other match. Which one? Damn it, where was it? Yeah, I guess I'll say Alexa and Nikki Cross winning the women's tag titles. But there was another match. There was another match that I'm basing it off of. I can't remember what match it was. I don't know why I can't find what match it is. 1341 total. There's no way it was only that. It was only that. Yeah, looking on Wikipedia, just refreshed it. Yeah, it still says 13 minutes. That's very weird. But yeah, WrestleMania overall was kind of meh. It was very awkward in the entrances and the matches without the big arena and the oh yeah, and Rob Gronkowski ended up winning the 24/7 championship. Left the building. Rob Gronkowski is currently the 24/7 champion, kind of like what they had with the Hardcore champion, for those of you who are not in tune. I assume they're either going to have him hold this thing for months until this is over with, or he's going to lose it tomorrow night on Raw, or I think Tuesday or Friday on SmackDown. But yeah, that was WrestleMania. Night 2 is Roman Reigns. Yes, he is. He was held off the card, though, last night when he was supposed to face Goldberg with an illness because he had cancer. Beat it off, thankfully. Beat cancer. I'm not gonna. He beat cancer, and then I phrased that in a very, very wrong way. I just realized. But beat cancer, and then Braun had the 24/7 championship. Well, no one would probably get it until someone got it, but Roman Reigns beat cancer, and then now he doesn't have cancer. He had cancer, but he beat it off. And he was held off last night because of the COVID, and didn't want to risk him getting it and having beat that off too. So they held off Reigns and replaced him with Strowman. So yeah, Reigns likes beating things off. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Fiend and Cena stole the entire night, or the entire 2-night event. Should have main evented. That's the only complaint I have, is that it didn't main event. Aside from that, it was absolutely amazing. The greatest match I've ever seen in WWE. It was a spectacle. It was a match. It was something. Yeah, you're kind of the only one here. There's people tuning in, but no one's really commenting or liking or anything. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. That was just, wow. That match was the greatest thing ever. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite turn. It was not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to the Pub Club, subscribe to H Club, subscribe to the Sub Hub. If you remember the Mod Squad, like my good boy Limebot is, who's been incredibly active tonight. You are a member of the Mod Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Links in the description on my Twitter and my Twitch. My Twitter I've been using a little bit here and there. Thank you for the second like, whoever that was. Twitch, I am not using it all right now. I will definitely try and use it in the future. Like I said, once I get a capture card, I will be able to make my 360 episode. I accidentally misspoke earlier and said I'd only be streaming from my PS4 if I ever can get that fixed, or if I get a new PS4, which I'm pretty sure the disc drive replacing that would be much easier. But yeah, so those hopefully coming soon. Mod Mafia, exactly. The Amazon wishlist in the PO box in the description if you want to send anything my way. It's greatly appreciated. You absolutely do not have to in this time of need, but it is greatly appreciated. A video of me unboxing, whatever it may be. Whether you buy me something off the Amazon or you just send me something from a letter or something, it's greatly appreciated. If anyone wants to join the Discord, I will put a link to that right away in the chat. I always end up sending you a notification whenever I go live or whenever I post a new video. So yeah, and of course the letterbox has a description. That's where I rate and review movies. Most of the time I just rate them. Very rarely I'll actually review them. Check it out if you want to know movies I love. Unless you read, check out the video I made for Christmas Day last year. Happy my top 100 favorite movies of all time of 2019. And check it out if you want to know movies I hate. I might do a video on that in the future. Who knows? I am going to have a new video in the works. I might be making a video on movies to watch during this quarantine. Since a lot of people seem to like making those videos right now, I figured I might as well hop on the counter gravy fit train. And yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love every single person that watches videos, likes, dislikes. Most overrated guy in NHL quick, Connor McDavid, easily. McDavid good because Draisaitl is good. If McDavid went anywhere else, he would not be nearly as good. What do you think about Drew versus Brock? It was kind of a meh match. I didn't care for it, honestly. Didn't watch most of it. I was just still in shock over Cena and Fiend and what happened there. But I'm very happy Drew finally wins the Universal Championship. Finally, someone that wins the Royal Rumble actually finally main events Mania again. But yeah, very happy for Drew. hopefully this means Brock is either on his way out of WWE. Peace. I'm gonna finish the flight. I'm 1 hour in. Nice line bot. Appreciate it, man. I hope to see you in the future. And Fusion, hopefully you enjoyed the stream from what you've seen. I'm gonna head out now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.